the Great Commission, and the cloud of glory. The 40 days after the tomb was found empty were a time of soft light and holy wonder. Jesus walked among his friends once more, not as a shadow, but with hands that could touch, and a voice that could calm the stormiest heart. He sat with Peter in the morning mist, speaking of the kingdom that was coming, a world where love would be the only law and death would be no more. To many, he appeared with infallible proofs, signs so certain they could not be doubted. He ate bread and fish, the firelight dancing in his eyes, proving that life had truly conquered the grave. John watched as the Lord broke the bread, his movements graceful and familiar, serving as a living bridge between the earth below and the heavens above. On a quiet hillside, Jesus spoke to his mother, Mary. Her heart, once pierced by the sorrows of the cross, was now filled with a peace that surpassed all understanding. He told his followers not to depart from Jerusalem, but to wait for the promise of the Father. For John truly baptized with water, he said softly, but you shall be baptized with the Holy Spirit. On the 40th day, they climbed the Mount of Olives. The air was still, and the city of Jerusalem lay spread out beneath them like a tapestry of stone and gold. Peter asked if this was the time the kingdom would finally be restored. Jesus looked at him with infinite kindness, explaining that the times and seasons belonged to the Father's authority alone. Then, as they watched in breathless silence, the Lord began to rise. Higher and higher he went until a cloud of brilliant light, the Shekinah glory, wrapped around him like a royal robe. He did not fall. He ascended, returning to the majesty he had known before the world began, leaving the earth in body but remaining forever in his people's hearts. As the disciples stood staring into the empty sky, two figures in robes as white as lightning appeared beside them. "Men of Galilee," one of the messengers said, "why do you stand gazing up into heaven? This same Jesus, who was taken up from you, will come back in the same way you saw him go." Peter looked at the messenger, his heart leaping with new hope. With hearts full of wonder, they began the Sabbath day's journey back to the city. It was a short walk, yet every step felt lighter than the one before. Mary and John walked together, discussing the wonders they had seen. They knew that though the Lord had ascended, his Spirit was soon to arrive, filling the world with a new and holy fire. They gathered in the upper room, a place already holy with memories. There, the disciples, Mary and the brothers of Jesus, stayed together in one accord. They did not worry, they prayed. Peter and John knelt side by side, their voices rising in a symphony of petition, waiting for the power from on high that had been promised to them. One day, Peter stood up among the 120 believers. He spoke of the need to choose a witness to take the place of Judas, so the 12 might be complete again. 2 men were brought forward, Joseph, called Barsabbas, and Matthias. Both had followed Jesus from the beginning, witnessing every miracle and every word. After praying for the Lord to show them his choice, they cast lots, and the lot fell upon Matthias. He was welcomed with open arms, joining the 11 to become the 12 once more. Now, they were ready, unified and emboldened. They waited in the heart of Jerusalem for the wind and fire that would change the world forever.